everyone. So I'm up here in Sedona, just reflecting here, and been an amazing time with my family. And I think something about the desert that really clears my spirit out this has been something on my heart for a while, but I wanted to share with all of you that I know that I haven't been showing up in the ways I really know I'm capable of and wish to be in my truest form in this chapter of my life. I know I'm really stoked about who I am and grateful for everything that's grown in me over these years, especially the last 3. And I know a lot of you have voiced to me, the ones that, some of you have just shared so bravely, and I really appreciate critical feedback. I really appreciate critical feedback because it helps me grow, especially those of you that have shared it with me in a very loving way, a way that really touched my heart. And I think that's real friendship. I think that's real love. Some has not been so easy, and I think I literally just retracted in a big way from a lot of friendships because they just got to a boiling point where they felt like I wasn't accountable, I wasn't on time, I didn't follow through, and just wielded the energy of who I am in a way that triggered them, or they felt some really good feedback to give me, but the way it came out was just really kind of verbally violent and intense. And somewhere in between, when people have critical feedback for you, it's some part of it might be their projection, might be their own anguish, might be their own envy, might be their own issues going on the inside, and then other parts are really coming from love, and I see coming from hey, brother, I want to see you grow, and this is holding you back. And I see people came to me and have been coming to me with this, and it's really brave that they do. So I love you if you've tried. I love you if you've one of the feedback things that's come to me many times in the last month, and again it got to a point where I almost just felt like I wanted to hide away a little bit. So I want to own that, and that's not the way I want to be. I want to be able to face this feedback with gratitude and listening and peace in my heart. And I didn't every time, and so I want to apologize if that was you, you're someone out there that's felt that for me. I want to apologize if you're someone that has responded to one of the videos or shares I put out, or me in person, and the excitement that we shared for spending time with each other, and then I didn't follow through. I didn't show up on time, something like that. If that happened, I'm sorry, and I want to do better. And if you've just sort of given up on that in the background and are waiting for me to come around and it hasn't happened yet, I think I sort of got over inundated with messages for a time, or I didn't make the right organization mechanism to go back through and find the ones where people really put their heart out. And I just honor people that put their heart out, and it means so much to me. And so I want to be there, and please ping me again. I'd like to, and I also want to say that sometimes it takes me a while to, my relationship with messages and social media is not always on point. And I hope you can forgive me and know that my love is true for every person that I've met with these eyes, with this heart. And I know that about myself, so that's something I don't wish to feel some shame here or guilt or heaviness, but really just take ownership where I know I could be a better friend to you, to so many people. And thank you for all those of the different forms of support, some feedback and some just love, just hey, I see you, and are holding space for the complexity of yourselves and for me and relationship in general. So I want to just say for you, if you feel I might have something holding on, I want to clear all the energy, no matter how off our connection might feel. I'm really ready to initiate that to any way that I can. and be and meet you in that. So blessings, soul family. A friend of mine who had a really hard time with me a few months ago, kind of jokingly and not jokingly, brought up the idea of a Derek roast. Like, just to get a chance for everyone to get their feedback off their chest. So I want to say that I think that I am going to open myself to that, and I'm trying to think creatively about how to do that. I'd like all that feedback. Of course, like, I have to be ready to face it and not be defensive and really feel it. And I know that this is a practice for our whole tribe, our whole family out there, that we need to really get good at, because there's these shadows under the surface, and sometimes people just pull away from you and they don't explain why, because they don't know if you really want to hear it. Well, I'm telling you, I want to hear it, and I want to hear it from like a place of, if you can, share it with kindness. If you can't, I'm going to do my best to discern what's mine and what's yours in your work. Yeah, that's just something I've been reflecting on a lot. And bless these beautiful deserts, just like opening up my heart, opening up the space to feel so much. Bless this ancient tree. Bless these, we went to ecstatic dance in Sedona last night, and just, God, danced with my brother, Josh, and my sister. My whole family was there. It was like full magic, and just so many beautiful souls, like the sweet, just the elders here, and just these really, really good souls, just beautiful, radiant people living in freedom. So I hope that anywhere freedom's happening, that we're sharing that vibration out into the world. And it means we got to do the work in our own lives to clear the connections. And I know I've got a lot of connections that are just feeling really open and beautiful, my closest friends. And then there's some, even, some of my closest friends who have been really struggling with me. And I want to just like say I love you, and I love this. I'm ready to face those pieces of the struggle. And these are all lessons for our souls to progress. And I don't wish to hold heavy energy toward anyone, or for someone out there to hold heavy energy toward me without just facing it. So I want to open that up, and that might be opening a can of worms, but that's okay if that's what it needs to be, So yeah. And if you're kind of confused at this, I guess just behind the scenes, there's been lots of, a few months ago, as I started sharing things on Facebook about like my views on all the things going on with the pandemic and things like that, a lot of really intense feedback came my way, and some pretty sharp spears were thrown. Not as much out in the open, but in like direct messages and things like that. And so I think I pulled back, got a little more localized with my energy. So I'm sorry if I felt like I just went a little withdrawn. If you've reached out again, like with a lot of heart, and I haven't responded, I'm so like sorry for that, because it means that like I feel I want to be approached. I want to be in connection. If you feel spirit drawing you to still connect that, and if there's a heavy heart that I didn't respond, again, I want to hear that. I'm so sorry, brother or sister, or anyone that you are, any spectrum of being that you are that feels that. I really I am so grateful for love. I'm so grateful for connection. I'm so grateful for all of it. And if I've taken that for granted, I want to face it and do better. Yeah, just want to say that. All right. Love you. Love you. If you've seen this far, then I love you. I know that if you've watched this far, then we are, you care about me and I care about you enough to really thank you for listening through such long things. I know I share a lot of long videos. That's another piece of feedback, is like, hey, can you shorten it? Can you be more, I don't wish to demand people's time and energy. I just wish to this is just how I express. And yeah, if you're listening, I thank you. And if you're feeling it, I love you. And whether or not you say something to me or verbalize it, I believe connection transcends all of that, transcends time and space. It is felt. I literally feel you. Like I'm feeling, as I say this now, I feel this space glow. I feel the colors deepen, the moment deepen with your perception sharing this. So, okay, love you, and I'll see you. Blessings.